I love this one. Amazing tune. It's 4 minutes after 6 p.m. and welcome back. Guys, I just had one of the most satisfying meals from Gold Coast Restaurant and Lounge. And honestly, this is exactly how you should treat your mom this Mother's Day. Their Sunday buffet is packed with so many delicious options, great atmosphere, and is the perfect place to relax and celebrate her. Now, here's the exciting part. We're giving you the chance to win a Mother's Day treat. Just tell us why your mom deserves to be treated this way. Treated to the Gold Coast Sunday buffet. That's all you need to do. Send a WhatsApp message or a voice note right now to our WhatsApp numbers, and you could be one of our lucky winners. If you're thinking of where to take your mom this Mother's Day, don't stress at all. Don't stress. Gold Coast Restaurant and Lounge has sorted you out. Their Sunday buffet, amazing food, great vibes, and the perfect way to show mom some love. And guess what? We're giving you the chance to win a special Mother's Day experience. And tell us where or why. In fact, tell us why your mom deserves to have a treat. You send this entry via WhatsApp or SMS and make this Mother's Day one a special one. She'll never forget with Gold Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we're going to have MENVERSATE today, and my guests are all seated. Now, ultimately say, "Imema papa," because I know my form hona perfume no to film hobano. I know a shit. So these are good and nice men. In fact, I'm looking for a boyfriend for a sister of mine. So we will discuss that later. But my brother Kester is here. Kester.
Bossman.
Charlie, how are we celebrating Mother's Day?
Oh, I mean,
but how are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm great.
But also, I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's giving houndstooth vibes. There's a fabric called houndstooth. It's
okay.
Yeah. It's great to be here. I was looking forward to having this engagement.
I mean, same here.
You know, I put out the question out there and a lot of comments and all that. Some gave various scenarios and all those things. So tonight is going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, these conversations mean so much to me. I mean, back then, I don't know if it's still there, but back then, in every neighborhood, there's that spot where boys gather and have conversations. When pubs started coming up, I think that culture died a bit. And then now when boys sit, they are either drinking or shouting. So there's no proper conversation or either discussing football. Yeah, so they never have true conversations. But I remember when I was in Flamingo, there used to be this big stone on a junction before the main junction. We all gathered there, and we have conversations till like 12 a.m., sometimes 1 a.m. You know, my grandfather's clinic used to also be a spot where we sit in front and have long conversations. Into a time, I dream of dog. Okay, I'm not saying a time like I'm too grown, but I mean, yeah, back then we had deep conversations. Well, we need to guide. A friend of mine said something, and I'm beginning to believe it. And I am coming to today's topic. He said, Trig, you are complaining about today's generation, but doesn't that tell you that your generation failed as parents? And that made some sense to me. I'm like, hey, Charlie, why be true? But some of the parents are not from our generation. They are still from back then. Maybe I want them. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth. But I mean, that means a lot. It means that it's very important to have these conversations, especially in these times. And today, we're discussing where the line is drawn. We all know that sons are very close to their mothers.
Yeah.
If you are married, you will know this, that your son is going to draw closer to their mom. Fortunately for me, I don't have that. My son seems to be very, very close to me. But I mean, closer to the mother anyways. But I don't get the whole, there's this young child I follow. I don't mean I follow like in that way, or like on social media.
You need to clear that,
Yeah, on social media. I mean something. And she's always crying, I want to go to daddy. And the mom can't have it. But the truth is that the girls love their fathers, and then the sons love their mothers. Today's question is the topic is actually, where should the line be between love for your mother and loyalty to your spouse? Sa particular topic we won't worry ya. You can't talk anyhow. But to add more color to it, can a man love both deeply without one feeling second or feeling like they're second place? And what does healthy involvement from a mother look like in a modern marriage? Lots of times we hear issues that mothers have brought, or mother-in-laws. Mostly there is the man's mother.
Right.
Sometimes the woman's mom come in when the daughter has gone back to report or something. To help us have this conversation, right now he's my co-host on Thursdays. Kester is my co-host, but we have guests today. I have Kofi Bilson. Which one of you is Kofi Bilson? Okay, so Kofi Bilson and Koda.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a very powerful name.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kofi, it doesn't mean your name is not powerful. I'm just in here because I know Koda. I knew Koda. That's why. That's why. Guys, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's first of all introduce yourselves, what you do, and all of that before we get into the topic.
All right, so I'll go first. Team Unimac here. We're all from Unimac.
Oh, you're from Unimac. Okay.
So big shouts to our people. They are doing their listening right now.
Oh,
so
big shouts to the guys at Unimac.
Graduate school, to be precise.
Okay.
Yes. I'm Koda. I'm actually Kofi too. So
Okay.
Kofi Bilson. Kofi Ofori Daniel Asante. That's how I come
Oh,
Koda.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm into printing, branding. I also do your work. Just that I'm on leave for now.
For now.
Yeah, I used to be with Max FM.
Okay.
And because of school and all that,
You
we have to put it on hold.
Yeah, put it on hold.
Yeah, currently the GRASAC president for Unimac.
Okay.
Yes, so basically that. And let me share this short story. I don't know if I have time. The first time I met you was in 2011. Prempeh College.
Oh, yes.
Urban Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, we brought you from Accra.
I still have the plug.
Yeah. We gave you a plug and all
That's
that.
true.
So
That's true.
There's some throwback Thursday. Yeah.
Wow. Koda has good memory. And you have revealed my age. Because
2011.
my girlfriend is here. And she's
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's a very young woman.
But when you came, you were quite young. 2011, I think you were still young.
I'm still young.
Yeah,
I'm still
even
very young.
Now,
Now I'm
still
young.
Yeah,
Thank you. Kofi Bilson.
Right. So yes, I'm Kofi Bilson, and then I also sell software.
Oh, okay.
And then on the side too, I'm a professional MC.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's
Wow.
what we do.
So then we are all in the same space.
Yeah.
And then, yes, to also speak on Unimac, I'm also the Speaker of Senate.
Of Senate, yeah.
Wow.
Order.
Unimac on show. Kester, you don't need to give us what, because you've said it so many times.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know. Somebody might be listening for
Okay,
the
all
first
right,
time.
yeah, that's
so,
true, that's true.
Yes, my name is Kester, Kokonse Kester, PR expert, professional MC as well. I sell wines, I sell cars, so pretty much an entrepreneur. Just say me no.
Yeah.
And of course, if anybody's wondering, Unimac was formerly GIJ, so
Yeah.
Unimac is the University of Media Arts, and
And you don't actually have a plug from
communication.
GIJ too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Nice,
You know,
nice.
as a young man, I have at least, apart from even UCC. No, yes, apart from UCC.
Right.
I think I probably have spoken and also taught in most of the premium universities in Ghana. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Even Ashesi. That
Beautiful.
was my hardest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
nice,
They
nice.
ask very sensible questions.
Oh,
Oh no! I mean, the last time I was at Unimac, it was a talk.
it was a talk.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
okay.
a talk. It was a talk on languages.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I've done Legon. Legon was a whole lecture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashesi Tech, and some of the private
Right.
Yeah.
universities as well. Yeah, but
Ashesi was different.
yes, they made me go back to learn.
They put you on your
Wow.
toes.
Yeah, they really put me on my toes. Yeah, Kesta,
Yes.
let's talk.
Yes, I'd want to give a bit of background, to the conversation, because of course, in the African context, family is everything.
Yeah.
All right, and there's a theory. I'm going to back it with a bit of theory.
Okay.
Where it's called the family systems theory. Now, every family is connected.
Where is this theory coming from? Sorry, because it's radio.
Yes.
We need to educate
it's
the
Bowen.
people.
I think Bowen. Yes. I think it's Bowen, Michael Bowen, or something like that. So, family systems theory. I mean, anybody listening can check it out. So, it basically talks about the interconnectedness of family and the fact that any shift, in the regular continuity of the family system would cause conflict or could cause conflict. Imagine a mother growing up, taking care of their son from school, especially with the single mothers, all right, where the father figure is not there. So they also perform the father figure, or they are the father figure. You
They do
imagine,
both.
yes, growing up, letting your son go to school and all that. And then one day he brings somebody to the house and says, okay, mom, this is the person I want to be with or spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
That kind of shift, because she's not used to that break. And that new person, that spouse, that potential wife would or could cause that break. So if it's not managed carefully, that is where the conflict comes in. All right. So it's really an interesting topic that we need to really, really talk about. Now, as a husband or as a man, there has to be that. I was going to say dichotomy, but there has to be that.
Feel free.
that division, when it comes to handling your wife and your mother.
Yeah.
There's also another word called emotional incest, okay? Where I think in 2008 or so, there was a Russian short video, so you guys can check it out as well on listening to us, emotional incest, where, when a child is born, the umbilical cord is cut, all right? In this emotional incest, literally, the umbilical cord is not cut. Why do I keep messing with the words? The umbilical cord is not cut. All right. And in the video, everywhere the child goes to, the mother follows. Even when the mother finds love, they can't move because the child at that time is, hinged to the mother. The son grows up and he also finds love, but cannot spend time with the love because he has to take care of his mother. Until the mother dies, that is when the cord is cut. So it's an emotional thing we call it emotional incest. It's a practice that sometimes inadvertently happens in our societies. So if it's not managed well, there's a lot of conflict in the home. So that's why we're here to have these conversations and share all these things. So this is more of a background.
It's good you brought that in, because I just want to go straight into it. We have 2 men joining us.
Yeah.
So you guys, we are 4 here.
Yes.
Right.
5 actually. But DJ Abiam won't talk. Where should the balance, now that you brought that in, the cutting of the cord? The cord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The umbilical
Now
cord.
you're confusing me.
The cord.
So where should the balance really be between the love for the mother and his loyalty and your loyalty to your wife? Because in the Christian context, you're pretty much one once you marry. And I think, Koda, you are married.
Yeah.
And Kesta, you're married. Kofi, are you also married?
I'm thinking about
So this is it can be very tricky.
Right.
It can be very, very tricky. But where should the balance really be? Kesta, maybe because you gave us the intro,
Yeah.
you can help, start. But any of you can answer that.
Okay, so marriage creates a beautiful, like a new unit from the regular unit.
Yes.
All right, and there has to be clear boundaries set. Okay, loving your mother obviously is different from loving your wife, and these 2 women in your life should have a consensus. All right, there should be mutual respect. you don't see the mother influencing or trying to influence decisions at home in the new unit. So right from the get-go.
But some do.
I mean, that's the unfortunate part. Every decision, that is taken at home, the mother would have to be consulted, which is not, the right thing.
Yeah.
So right from the get-go, from the onset, clear time boundaries have to be set.
Okay.
All right. Especially when you see that influence. You might not see it,
but sometimes you think about how your mom is going to feel. I mean, how do you set these boundaries? Like,
there has to be.
Especially in Ghana, the way our mothers talk. Then they'll hit
their stomach.
And then they, so that emotional, I don't know if it's blackmail or, people want to avoid that.
Yes.
So they normally cannot. So, okay, so Koda, help us. How do you then tell your mom, you should know your place? This is your limit.
Well, like Kester was saying, the boundaries necessarily it has to be drawn, but sometimes saying it becomes a problem. Myself, I want to use myself as an example. Yes, I made sure my wife was friends with my mom.
Okay.
It was something I was intentional about. Like, we used to go visit. Sometimes I leave her there, just to make sure there is that bond there. And when the mother-in-law becomes fond of the wife, it makes it easier for her to respect the boundaries.
Okay.
It makes it easier for her because she sees her as a daughter rather than as a daughter-in-law. Because there is this kind of connection. She has become so much in love with this daughter-in-law that she naturally gives them that space, as in the daughter-in-law and the husband. She naturally gives them that space to do what they have to do. So I think for men, maybe they can employ that. It's working for me, and my mom respects our space and all
Some
that.
homes are very antisocial.
Yeah.
They are not welcoming. Well, I've been in one before. You can't enter. It's like, you are welcome, all right, but you can tell that naturally, and it's not even because of you. You can see that naturally.
There's some tension.
Yeah, there's some tension. The kids don't even have conversations with their parents. The father is in his room. Nobody disturbs him. The mother has her own room. So they're already coming from that kind of. How do you bring your wife?
Well, in such cases, then you have to find a way to, tell mommy,
this is my wife, and you need
your little boy is a man now, so sometimes you have to give her some privacy. But if it happens to be the other way around, and that could be one of the ways, because mothers will always be mothers, Mothers will always be mothers. Even in my case, there are cases that sometimes, certain things she may want to give an opinion on certain things we want, certain decisions we want to make in our marriage. And if you give room for that, she will always come back. So sometimes when she tries to penetrate, you'll be like, okay, I hear you, I understand, but let us take this decision. Yes, we respect your opinion and all that. And once you start doing those things, naturally, it stops. But when she does it, you go do the same thing. She gives you another advice. You go do then she becomes empowered. Yeah. She knows, okay, I have some influence on my son's marriage, and any little, problem or any little thing, you see her intruding. So the boundary should be set.
Kofi to also add his angle before I move to because my next question will take us away from this.
Yeah.
So I want you to add your voice to this one.
Right. So just to pick up from where Koda mentioned that it gets to a point you need to let your mother know that you're no more a boy and that you're a man now. So I believe in this situation is more about setting the boundary. So
how do you set the boundary?
So let me just most of our mothers are very religious. So let me just read this quotation.
Okay.
And then before
Charlie, wait. Charlie, shock me.
And then in the first book of the Bible, that's Genesis 2:24, and then it says, therefore a man, I think this is a very popular verse, therefore a man leave his mother and father and then the man move on to cleave to the wife,
yeah.
and then they become one flesh. So I believe that once you get to the stage where you decide that, okay, at this point, I want to move on, marry, and then be with a woman or my wife, you have to set that boundary and let your mom know that, okay, mom, you did well, you got me here. Now I have to be one flesh with this woman and then move on with the woman into our future. Yeah. So I believe it's more on boundaries here.
Kofi is saying that, Charlie, use the Bible route if your mom is Christian. I mean, this is not only marriage. I mean, it cuts across.
Yeah.
Traditionalists also marry. Muslims also marry.
Yeah.
So if my mom is a Muslim, then how do I? I mean, I'm a believer. I'm Christian. So I love the Bible. Yeah, I can only speak to that, and I'm sure you're a Christian as well. So that's only where to. But I mean, I think we've all come to a place of understanding that boundaries must be set.
Yeah.
I would just add that I think also when, just like Koda said, when decisions have to be made and they bring their input, respectfully, you can disagree, or you can agree but not implement them.
Right.
And then they will realize that, okay, you actually chose your route without saying anything. And they may not come back to, if you are from a lucky place like mine, well, I wouldn't say it's lucky, but we don't have that family bond. So it's very difficult that my dad or my mom will come and say, you know, A, B, no. Sometimes I'm sure they forget that I'm alive. Yeah. So that's, you could be free from that. But if not, some mothers out of care, what they think is care, they might end up crossing the boundaries. And when you allow it as a man, and we're talking as men, please. This is our space. That's why it's called MENVERSATE. Please understand. But I have another question, and I would want Kofi Bilson to take that. Can a man genuinely love both a mother and a wife deeply without either woman feeling sidelined? Are you sure?
I believe the love for a mother doesn't die at any point.
Okay.
So I believe, yes, you can love your mother as your mother and then love your wife as your wife. But it will come down to the question of loyalty, where your loyalty will move to. So I can love my mom as you know, my mother, but when it comes to situations where I feel my mom is, you know, overstepping or crossing the lines, then I need to let my loyalty.
Where would that? When and where will that be? When will you say that this one, mom, you've crossed the line?
So I believe you mentioned at a point that sometimes with our mothers, in the form of caring, they might overcare and then use the care, quote unquote, that, you know, care, trying to care for you to overstep.
So if your mom
boundary.
visits you, let's say, you say you're not married.
No, I'm not married.
Okay, so can I give this one to Koda and then come back to you? Koda, let's say your mom visits your home, and one day you came back from home and your wife tells you that your mom cooked, or she decided to cook,
Right.
and but she doesn't feel good about it. She couldn't stop her because, I mean, it's your mom.
Right.
You know, how do you think is one of the ways you would call crossing the line? Your mom coming to your home. I mean, you're a son.
Sure.
Manuel Piano or Befie.
Yeah. Well, there's a tough one. You know, Papa Yanzu said, Asamarako, 80, Asamarako. I caught today, Oyere, and now my mom, one be, you know, there's a classic example, you know. It comes back to boundaries, you know. Mother visiting, if you want to use the kitchen is not yours. So you definitely have to speak to the wife. Before you enter the kitchen to speak. To cook.
To cook, yeah.
Yes. So you know, missing that protocol and automatically entering the kitchen to cook. That's
I also agree.
Yeah.
Because my wife can.
My son's kitchen.
No, that's the thing.
Boundaries.
That's boundaries.
Boundaries.
And you say it in a nice way. This is, you have to be very diplomatic about it. All right, because of course feelings are okay,
let me take the instance.
Right.
Say your wife was watching a movie,
Right.
and your mom comes in, and your mom really wants to watch another movie. You don't have two televisions. You
Right.
have
Have just
only
one.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
How is that also part of crossing the boundary? She's visiting.
So you've come to
Yeah.
my house,
Uh-huh.
and in my house, my wife is boss. All right. So, and see, it's a
Until I
funny
won't
thing.
time frame me.
So, because especially when it gets there, my mom, my place. All right. I can count the number of times my mom has come there. All right.
Wow.
Even though we share like a same
Yeah,
compound.
same compound. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's how the mom. It's love in loving. Okay. She loves you in such a way that she leaves you to be on your own. She knows that you're a different person now. So she
But
won't
the
come.
television instance.
No,
please.
so that's what I'm saying. So if the wife is there, mom would go and then be in her room. Because of course, if your wife is there, or maybe she'll come and sit based on what you said, the friendship and the relationship, where they might even do watch together, whatever they're watching, watch together, or my own way in a nice way that won't disrespect the wife. So it's how the mother first of all perceives this whole thing. Because some moms, I know of a friend whose marriage is collapsed just because of the mom's influence. They got married within a year. The marriage is collapsed because of the mother factor.
Wow.
So it's a big issue. Their case will be a typical emotional incest, where unfortunately the guy's father is no more, and the other kids have left and everything. So it's just the mom at home. You can be with the guy, and the mom will call, "Oh, won't you come home? I'm alone at home."
Wow.
And that continued till he got married. And he couldn't move out of the house because, again, my mom is alone at home.
Yeah.
So he convinced the woman to come stay with them for a while. They agreed to stay for a number of months. The number of months got up, and the guy still couldn't leave.
Well, maybe he didn't have rent one.
No. I mean,
That could be. That
Yeah,
could be
because
another
we can't,
that-
we
that's-
can't share
that's one-
everything. Maybe he can't share it with you. You are his friend.
I know
But what
that's
will make
one.
you want to.
That's one aspect of it. But if you're,
Yeah.
you understand? If you are going to get married, all these things have to be a part of the planning. But he didn't even think about those things because my mom is at home, I'm home, so we can stay there.
Yeah, but Kesta, I'm a realist.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it's the way I'm saying it. I don't know how to polish things.
Yeah.
I dare know you can plan it, but if it's not there, if the family call is not there, you can
So family call no way.
You know go fit move.
You know go fit move.
You go there.
No, but then you're not ready.
Yeah,
You're not ready
yes,
because
you have a point.
because
then you are not
you
ready.
cannot stay at one place. To be a man is not easy.
Now
Alright.
wow.
Yes.
Now wow.
And before I'll look up
I've looked for that song for me. To be a man now wow.
because I mean, just from what you're saying, the Famicom, I think there was a funny skit.
Yeah.
So Famicom ni ho.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you have to be ready. You have to cut your code according to your size, quoting James Gardner's
Yeah.
words. You understand? So it's all a process. You can never be ready for marriage, but at least there are some basic things that have to be put in place before you make the move. When you're ready, I'm for
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? So all these things have to be considered because trust me, this is a big issue and it's affecting a lot of
It
homes
is.
and a lot of marriages.
It is. Now, so now I want us to come to the educational bit. I don't want us to sound like we're complaining. Like people will be thinking, hey, that means that trick surfing. What are they come the house? Please, my mom is dead. Let her rest in peace. Yes, my mom is not alive. May her soul rest in peace. But I always get emotional during Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
when I was very young is when I started giving her gifts on Mother's Day. Please don't look at it from the Dadabi side.
Right.
The gifts are the
Oh, I
top.
trick David that be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As,
trick
as,
is-
as, as he told the gifts now.
You understand?
If it's true. I mean, Dadabi. All right, guys. So my next question. Now we want to educate the people. What does healthy mother-in-law relationship look like in today's marriage? What would you say this is healthy? And I think Kesta said a few of that. So I would have Koda and Kofi take that. And then Kesta, you can come in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. In this present age, depending on the proximity, how close your mom is to the family, she can come around. Not all the time, though. Maybe in a year, twice,
Okay.
at most.
Hey, twice in a year.
Oh, yeah. And you can also be visiting.
Okay.
I think that one helps you know.
Yeah. And when going there, go with your wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The man and the wife should rather be visiting more than she comes. You know, it helps. It saves a lot of, you know, problems because, you know, our mothers can be nosy. You know, sometimes when they come, they want to check everything. They even sometimes they want to get to your washroom and find out if you are scrubbing well, if you are doing all those things. Or some mothers can be very nosy. So our advice, young men, do the visiting more.
Okay.
That one, when you go, you know, you definitely go come out.
Yeah.
So do the visiting more, and you can limit her coming over to twice a year. And as for the calling, almost every weekend, you can talk, check up on her, the family, and all that. So looking at, you know, the conditions now, I think this works. If you have the mother in the same country or same locality as you are, but in cases whereby one is in a different country, the mother is also in a different country, try as much as possible to be, you know, checking up as often as possible. So every weekend, make sure you don't miss that call. You know, our mothers may want to call midweek and all that, but maybe you can tell them, abroche the hustle until the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is my personal view of, you know, what a healthy mother and daughter-in-law and son relationship should be presently.
Kofi?
Yeah.
Right. So I think yesterday I was actually on TikTok and then I was watching, and I think there's this thread where you have the mother-in-law, the father-in-law in the house, and then I think one of the couple will play a prank and then just say maybe, can I eat? Like ask the husband, baby, can I eat?
Yeah.
And then I think I saw one where the mother was in the house and then the husband was just passing, and the wife was asking permission to go to the washroom.
Wow.
So it was just a prank.
Yeah.
And then you could see the mother's face changed and then just attacked the son.
Yeah.
And then I think it was very nice when I was watching it that, you know, the mother-in-law actually stood behind the wife and then, you know, was trying to correct the son that you don't do that. But even though it was a prank, she didn't know that.
Right.
She was trying to defend the wife that, no, you don't do this. And so I believe, you know, it's about the mother-in-law supporting some decisions. And then, like Koda mentioned, that, you know, they have to become friends to the extent that they see the wife as a daughter,
Right.
and then building that relationship. So once the mother-in-law is supporting the couple and not interfering the couple's decision, trying to pick the son's side, trying to, you know, support the son in everything. Yes. So I believe once this is being done, yeah, it helps
It helps.
the marriage in the long run. Yeah.
Okay. Kesta.
So all this will work if the mother,
The mother.
is okay, you know, because when you have a stubborn, quote unquote, mother or mother-in-law for the women, you know, that's where the problem is. So the point is, you need to draw boundaries. This might cause a lot of issues, friction in the family and everything. But of course, you know, as a man, because if you switch to the other side too, your wife is also going to have another. So two troubles, one goal.
Yeah.
So you have to be very diplomatic about it and draw boundaries. As Koda said, you know, you be going there, you be checking up. Don't let her feel like, okay, this woman has taken my son for me and all those things. Be there, be present. But of course, you know where your priority lies and all those things. Of course, your mother is priority, but of course, you have to. There should be a fair balance between the two.
There should be a fair balance between the two. Kesta is saying, this is what MENVERSATE is all about. We're going to go for a quick musical break, just one song, and come back and continue. I have a few other questions, some quite confusing and controversial, but they will answer. And, you know, we're having a conversation, so it's not as if it's not a question and answer thing, so that you can connect with us. I might open the phone lines 10 minutes to the end of the discussion, and we can also hear what other men or even mothers or mother-in-laws have to say. Keep your dial right here, 92.7, 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio. And this is the 3FM Drive. We'll be back. You're still tuned into 3FM 92.7, and we're having MENVERSATE is a segment where men sit down and have deep conversations about men and men issues or man issues. Music at the back is Amachidere, to be a man now. Wow.
If you see somebody they write in 504.
All right, guys, we're back. And I said I have a few questions to ask. We don't have a lot of time. How I wished. But let me try and squeeze it in. So keep your answers short. Well, Kester, I want to ask, what are the warning signs that family involvement is becoming unhealthy? Since we've mentioned the healthy ones, what are the signs?
Well, I mean, they want to be a part of every decision. Of course, whatever decision you and your wife make, which might affect the other members of the family, they tend to want to, come in and then have quarrels, because if something pertains to me and my wife, we make a decision and they want to be a part of that decision. That's one of the things, they come without, announcing. They just show up. Oh, some of these things, these are some of the signs that boundaries have not been set. These are some of the signs that need to be, attended to before it gets worse.
Yeah. Koda, do you want to add anything to that?
I think I agree. Basically, they want to intrude all the time. They want to have a say in every decision you take as a couple and all that. Once you start seeing these signs, it means you have to put a stop to it.
And for the Christians, we have to also add spiritual mothers. Because sometimes your biological mothers are not causing problems.
The prophet.
It sounds like it could be your pastor's wife who has become a mom in your life.
The godmothers.
I thank God I have a good one. Yeah, in fact, she's my date for this Mother's Day.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes. But because she's too fine, I'm afraid that if I take her out,
bloggers go talk.
They will say, Kofi, what are some of the signs, warning signs that Charlie, this one family is beginning to intrusion?
So I think when you mentioned spiritual mothers, I think when we go for programs and we're emceeing these programs and we have this men of God speak, they actually do say that this journey you're taking is between you and your wife alone.
Okay.
After today, even me, the pastor standing here, I'm not part of this.
Okay.
So I also side with Kodai and Kester and say once you see that they're coming over unannounced, they actually want to know what's into then of course wife those questions coming in. I believe right there you just have to set a boundary and let your mom know, okay, my right. So this part is for my wife and myself.
Okay.
And then I think you overstepping.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Kester, I don't want you to answer the same question.
Okay.
Because I have a more difficult question for you. How should a man handle situations where his mother and his wife just can't get along?
Well, I mean, this is where you have to, what do I say? You have to play a fair game, okay? Because of course you cannot lose both of them. You know, where I say lose, not talking to one person. Mind you, your wife is your lifetime partner. Your mom is the one who nurtured you and everything. So you have to play your cards very well. Of course, there might be conflicts every time. There are families where, the woman comes into her in-laws' house and she feels tension and all those things. So it's how you control those two. There might never be a time where the two would come together. But you as a son, you in the middle have to play it very, very nicely. Because there are situations or instances where the two never talk. The wife and the mother-in-law, they are loggerheads. But you have to find a nice way of balancing both, where the two will all be happy. You are the middle, you are the controller, so you handle the two, in your own way.
Doesn't that put too much pressure on you as a man?
Yes, that's some of the things that we go through as men. You have to play your cards very well, not to hurt one of them. Play your cards well to keep both of them, in the good books, because you might want to feel that mom feeling, or mom what you call it, the care, and of course the wife, the lifetime partner, is also there. So this is where you learn from some of these things and play your cards well. That's all.
Wow. Kofi, do you want to add, or Koda, you wanted to add something?
All right. So I'll just add a few things. He started on the leadership bit. I want to talk about leadership as a man. Like, be a leader. Make sure if the two factions are not okay, you know how to balance things, and also spirituality. Some of these things, just pray to whoever you believe in. I'm not going to say God, because people believe in other things. Just pray. Maybe seek.
So don't be afraid to say God. Say God.
Oh, no. Me, I'm a Christian, so God. Yes, pray to God. Some of these things, it's beyond the physical things we see. So maybe you can pray and things will resolve. And the third thing I want to talk about is resolution. And with resolution, you have to consult the family head. In this case, if your dad is still alive, speak to your dad about it. And
that's a good one.
Yes. And if your dad is not alive, maybe the family head, involve them, let them, try and bring your mom's attention to the fact that, she's destroying your home, so that at least they can help resolve that. So these are what I want to add to what Kester said. Yeah.
I mean, those are beautiful submissions. Unless Kofi, you want to.
So I'll say on this side, I'll just learn from this, and then
that's a good one.
I just have to learn this part, and then before I go to you.
One of the things that I've come to learn is learning to be quiet as much as you can as a man. When I meet my mom now, which is my spiritual mother, because she does everything like a mother for me. She cooks. When I visit them, she will cook. She will call me, want you to check this for me. So we have that.
Yeah.
What I have learned is that when she asks me things about my family, I've learned to
keep it short.
Keep it short. Oh, we are good. Oh, we are fine. Because half the time we are fine.
Yes.
I mean, the worst that could happen is we will disagree and we'll find a way to fix it. I remember, because mothers are very emotional. I remember there was a time in my first, we have gone two. In my first marriage, she called me. She was very alarmed and asking me, but when I see you in church, you are looking well, you are coming, offering, you are going, you are doing this. But I hear that you are not taking care of this, that. I said, and she sort of attacked me, but with love. And so when she was done, and I said, Mommy, sit down, let me talk to you. And I explained my part. And then again, like I said, me, I'm a realist. So I say it as it is.
Yeah.
Like me, this and this and that and that and that and that. Then she said, you know what? Sit here. Don't talk. I'm calling your wife to come so that she can also be in the room. Because what you are telling me makes more sense.
Yeah.
But I know that you're a radio person. You can talk. You these media people. And she called both of us and had a very open conversation. We spoke. We all spoke. That was when we found out, the truth about some of the things. Right. So I think that it's very important not to say much.
Yeah.
If you can learn emotional maturity as a man, it's very important. It makes you very attractive. And I'm not saying go and chase your mother-in-law. I'm just saying it generally makes you very attractive.
I mean, less is more every time.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Say less. And unless you really trust this person, if it's your biological mother, doesn't mean you can go trusting her. Sometimes some of our parents get jealous of us.
Yeah. There
are parents I've seen who are fighting their own children. Because they wanted them to go a certain route. They didn't go, but they have become successful. And there are some mothers who wish they had the marriages that their daughters have. There are some mothers who wish their sons were married to a friend's daughter. That it didn't happen. So they will never like that girl. So I get where Koda is coming from. And as for the boundaries, if you just joined us, We've spoken about setting boundaries and all of that. We have 7 minutes. I can't see my producer. I would have opened the phone lines to pick maybe 2 or 3 calls. I'm going to open the phone lines if you're a guy and you're listening. And if you're a mother and you are also a mother-in-law and you're listening, you can also call us 0559-242-717, 0556-910154. You can share your thoughts with us on this particular issue. I'm just picking 2 or 3 calls. 3 calls. I've been asked to pick 3 calls. I'm just going to pick 3 calls. We're talking about men, where men should draw the line. But guys, before we even go to the phone lines, Sunday is Mother's Day. Well, are you guys planning anything? What are you doing for your mother? Since you are not married.
I have to do the most
Yes.
since I'm not married. Oh yeah, so I believe it has to be a surprise, but since I'm here, and so I just want to wish her in advance,
Yes.
and so I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom. The evergreen Ikria Gudu, God bless you, and then yes, your son here loves you forever.
Wow. Oh. Does your mom have a nickname?
Ikria Nameche.
Ikyanya Miche.
Yeah, Ikyanya
Nice one. Guess that.
Yes, I mean, of course, it's Mother's Day on Sunday, and I really appreciate my mom. I call her Ama Joyce. You know, she's done so much for me, and I really appreciate. If not for anything, I mean, even my mates from SHS, from university, always like big up my mom, because my mom's shito, my mom's provisions. My chop box is always overflowing with goodies. So like my mom, big shouts to you, and she's the person who I gel with more. I don't know, I think the mother and son
thing,
love
yeah.
is there, you know. So I appreciate you so much. God bless you.
Oh,
God
but
keep
Kester
you.
has a very beautiful mom.
Yeah.
Wow. I know your mother.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know, so
Your dad is my favorite.
so yeah, big shouts to you. And as we celebrate Mother's Day, I pray for more strength, good health, and may you live to see all your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, all the sacrifices that you've made, with all your children. May you live to see how God blesses and brings all of us to fruition.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Koda.
All right, so I'll keep it simple. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Esther Asante. That's my mom. Sons and moms, the story long. Our mothers always come true for us. And want to say Happy Mother's Day on behalf of all my siblings. We love her so much. Nana, I call her Nana. Yeah, that's her middle name. But I'm the only one who calls her Nana. I don't call her mom. So Nana, wherever you are, Happy Mother's Day to you. This from your son Koda to you. One love.
One love. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my biological mother, the late Madam Ruth Annan.
Right.
I call her Ma. So Happy Mother's Day to her. Though she's no longer with us, I know that she's in the bosom of God. Right? All those spirit. I'm sure she say, "Why is she baby or I don't know." So I can't. I mean, it's God that protects us and watches over us. But I love her. I loved her. We never fought. All our fights are against people.
Right.
Yeah, and my mother knew all my girls.
I know, right?
Yeah, my
I know,
mother
right?
knew
Like,
all my girls.
my mom there, Charlie.
Yeah. So she would quickly, she would tell me, oh, this one, great woman. But I have mothers who are alive. Mrs. Eureka Edem Armstrong. God bless you. Thank you so much. I love you. And my mother's sister, Madam Dora and Starko, thank you. And I love you all. This Sunday, I'm taking my mother to Akasti Hotel.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going for lunch.
Beautiful.
I want her to try different kinds of food. Then, so that when she's full, today I told her that I know she will say Sunday she has service but Amfa. I see oh make it time. I'll make time. Amfa. So Sunday is coming on live.
Sure.
Kester, you said you guys are doing something at Unimac on Saturday.
Yes.
Right. On Saturday, as part of Mother's Day, we want to start ours earlier.
Okay.
So this is a collaboration between UTAG Unimac, Goa, I hope I pronounced it well. University Administrators Association, UNIMAC chapter, and GRASAC, which is Graduate Students UNIMAC chapter as well. We've come together. We've put up an event called UNIMAC Men in Apron. So instead of having the women cook, like normal days, the men are taking charge now. We want to cook and serve them. We want to do this to tell them we appreciate them, we love them for all the things they do for us. Imagine a class without women. How we go concentrate?
Yeah.
Kofi.
Right.
So
the women, they did a syllabus inside all.
oh, but all day long, they make we
They are the
assimilate
catalysts, you
the
know.
things faster.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Kofi Bilson is not the one saying this. Testa and Koda. Hey, please learn from it.
But the thing is, you see, I represent the students, so sometimes
Yes.
the things I say are things the majority will want to say.
Yeah,
so,
no, I understand you.
So there's a disclaimer.
Don't worry, your wife knows
Wifey.
it's a joke. Your wife knows it's a joke. Yeah.
So I also want to use this opportunity to wish all the graduate students, the ladies especially, a happy Mother's Day. I know some of you are not mothers yet, but what you do for us, we do appreciate it. God bless you. And I wish all of you a beautiful mother career. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
In
Okay.
future. Yeah,
Okay,
so
guys,
that's-
time will not allow us. It's 7 p.m. It means we have to leave for the next person to come in. Kesta, you wanted to
Yeah,
say
so
something?
quick one. I mean, since we're still celebrating mothers, we have something special on Sunday at DDE East Legon.
Yeah, big shout outs to the guys at DDA.
Yes, big shout outs to AJ as well. There's some good stuff happening. Food, like Charlie Fufu, Banku, Omutu, everything is happening. So come through East Legon DDA for some Fufu party for the mothers as well. Big shouts.
All right. Most mothers don't like fufu, but we'll come and eat it for them.
Yeah.
Because we are in them, they are in us.
Now you dey take, make you know,
I will take this opportunity to thank my team, Mr. Massive on production,
be a man.
my own girlfriend, and my lover, Ewenam, on social media. She's hiding. Who the yene tofom. And the best DJ in the world, DJ Abiam.
You're picking.
We want to say a big thank you. And if you're a man, don't give up yet. We are here with you. We are men. We are all together. It's a big brotherhood. You have fathers, uncles, brothers that care for you. Join us every Thursday here for these conversations around men and how men are maneuvering through life. The journey is not easy, but you're not alone. We love you. And join me same time, 3 p.m. tomorrow to 7 p.m. right here on your Urban Lifestyle Radio, 3FM. My name is Trigmatic, and I'm out.
Live on 92.7. Pragmatic